Hey eBayers! This video is about my November 2022 sales, and there are 3 parts. First is what I sold, how much I paid, and the profit. Next are some numbers that I track. And the third part is highlights of items I found and are listed, with a little bit of info that might help you with your eBay business. The link to my eBay store is below the video if you would like to follow along as I add new items, and you can watch what sells. So this video is all about what's real, what is actually sold, and what has been listed. All right, we're going to jump in with this DayRunner leather planner. I love selling these. They're so easy. I paid $3.18. It sold for $28 on best offer, making my profit $19.84. The next item is this Apartment 9, which is a Kohl's brand. 100% cashmere sweater, one of my favorite go-to items. I paid $1.50 for this. It was on the clearance sale of the week, and I don't know how it filtered down from the regular price stuff to clearance, and nobody wanted it. But then I came along, so I paid $1.50. Took an offer of $25, making my profit $21.01. And I did not mention that these sales are in ascending order by profit dollars. Next up is this FONTANINI Gloria ornament. She's the one that has a little hook on the back and hangs on the stable in the nativity set. I did pay a little bit more for her because I was excited to finally find FONTANINI. Say that 5 times fast. Finally find FONTANINI. Paid $5. Sold for $29.97, full asking price, making my profit $21.26. This is a Carter's Plush 9-inch purple owl. I paid $1.06 for him. He sold for $29.97, full asking price, making profit $21.39. And I had him about 6 months. So I do find that Plush can take a little while to sell, but if it is nostalgic in nature, it was somebody's favorite little toy as a child, or even a parent might buy this for a grown child who lost or destroyed the original. But all of these eventually sell, and the brand isn't really that important. It is the nostalgia factor. How much does it mean to somebody? So eventually a buyer will come along and buy these items. You just have to be patient. Patience is a virtue. Next up is this WACOAL bra, size 36 triple D, and that is not a great picture. The soft cup bras are kind of hard to photograph sometimes, but it's still sold for $29.97. This was an Atlanta purchase based on the price, $5.40, making my profit $21.88. This was a fun item. A vintage Snoopy pencil sharpener in the box. It had all the parts, including the instructions. It is battery powered, so I put my own batteries in there to test it. I did not include the batteries with the item. I paid $5 for this. It sold for $30 on best offer. And as you can see, the box has some tape on it. I probably could have gotten that off with a hair dryer, but since it is a vintage item, I didn't want to risk messing up the box because a collector might not like that. Or I just let collectors do that kind of cleanup because I don't want to ruin the item. So my profit on this was $22.40, and I did include a video of the item working, which we had some discussion on the Facebook group about how people feel about the new video option on the listing form. And my conclusion is that this is only available on desktop, or it might be on iPad. I don't know. I don't have one to test it. So if you know that, please put that in the comments below. But this is the desktop, and right next to where you add your photos, you can add a video clip. And I strongly encourage you to try this because it is so easy. You just record it with your phone or your iPad, and then you just drop it in there. You don't have to do anything to the video. In the past, there was quite a process to add video to listing because you had to actually upload it to YouTube and then get the HTML code and drop that in the listing. And it was kind of an intimidating process if you are not a computer guru, so to speak. Anyway, here's that video, and you can hear the pencil sharpener working. And I do think including video clips like this helps sell your item because it does build customer confidence that the item works the way it should. So if you have anything already listed that has moving parts or sound, such as like music boxes, electric trains, even kitchen appliances, anything like that that has to work, I strongly suggest going back through your listings and adding video of these items in working condition because the buyer won't have to ask you. And there it is. It's working. It's fine. They don't have to question it or wonder if it's going to work when they get it. So play around with that. I was surprised at how many people didn't even know this was available. This came out earlier in 2022, and eBay was working the bugs out on the system, but it's there available for you. And if you only list from your phone, you're not going to have this option at this time. Remember that apps can never do as much as a desktop version just because of the programming. It's just a different system, so you will always have more options through the desktop version. I don't ever list from the app. I'm just a desktop person. So when this popped up, I was totally on board with using it on my listings. And that was your teachable moment about adding video to your listings. Moving on to a pop-up book. This is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Special Edition pop-up book. I paid $1.50 for this, sold it for $24.97. Profit is $23.02. I do have a course in my premium library about pop-up books. You may not realize how valuable they can be because they are very labor intensive to make. I like looking for them because they're so easy to see on the shelf because they're thick and fat, and if you look at them from the top, you can see it's a pop-up book. So if you haven't checked that out in the premium library, that is there for you. Next up is a Speedo swimsuit, size 22, one piece. I paid $6.61 for this, sold it for $35 on best offer. It sold in just a couple of days, and my asking price was $39, so that was a good sale. Profit was $23.96. This is a Dana MARTE vintage straw hat. I paid $2.45 for this, took an offer of $35. Profit was $24.88. Okay, here we go with the Christmas ornaments. This is my newest favorite thing. I never found these in Atlanta, and I find them just about every time I go thrifting here in Greenville, and the ornaments are in fantastic condition, usually with the box. This is a Miami Dolphins glass ball ornament. I paid $1. I sold it for $29.97 full asking price. Profit was $25.26. And the way I am shipping these is in 6x6 boxes I ordered from Uline. Trust me, it killed me to have to order boxes and pay for them because these usually weigh less than 8 ounces. So it doesn't make sense to ship them priority just to get a free box because shipping's going to be $3 to $4 more. So I just invested in some correctly sized boxes to ship these once I saw how many I was selling and how quickly they were selling. So that's like a first for me to ever have to buy boxes. But hey, your business is always evolving, right? Okay, this is a Land's End sailboat tie. I paid $1.30 for this. It sold for full asking price of $29.97. Profit was $25.45. I love selling ties because they are small, easy to ship, and when I choose them to resell, I'm looking for the unusual. Something very specific that may relate to a person's hobby, interest, sports, animals, things like that. So this one sold in less than a week. Here's another Daytimer leather planner. This one didn't have any rings. It's just flat, like a portfolio. I paid $3.18. It sold for $34.97, which was full asking price. Profit was $26.21. This is a 525 brand cashmere sweater. I paid $4.75. It sold for full asking of $34.97. Profit was $26.43. Here's another bra, WACOAL sports bra. I paid $4.23. It sold for full asking of $34.97. Profit was $27.01. And here's another Christmas ornament. This is a Hallmark keepsake ornament from 1981, so definitely vintage. This one I paid a little bit more for because it was like behind the counter and they had it priced up a little bit, but still sold it for $34.97. Profit was $27.39. And I love the design on this. It's Victorian in nature. You can tell by the clothing they're wearing. And these people almost look like Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. So it was just very nostalgic to me. Here's another Hallmark keepsake ornament. This was Baby Boy's First Christmas, 1995, with the box. I paid $2.30 for this. Sold it on best offer $34. Profit was $27.40. And yet another Hallmark ornament. This one was plastic, wasn't even glass. 1989 Baby Girl's First Christmas. I paid $1.12. It sold for full asking of $34.97. Profit was $29.64. Okay, this is a Wallaroo hat. I explained this item in last month's sales update as a brand I'd never heard of, and these were created by someone who had visited Australia, but the company is actually in Colorado. But what's interesting is this was shipped to Australia, and it was foldable and bendable, so I was able to fold it up very small and fit it in like a 6x9 padded mailer, so that was fun. I paid $2.45. It sold for $39.97 full asking price in about a week. Profit was $30.11. Here is another swimsuit. The brand is MAXINE of Hollywood, size 18, one piece. I paid $3.75. It sold for full asking of $39.97. Profit was $31.75. This was a nice sale. The brand is called TILLEY Endurables. It's a wool hat with ear flaps. I paid $3.17 for this. It sold for full asking of $69.97, making my profit $59.18. Okay, this is a ZEGNA sweater, 100% cashmere. I paid $6.61. It sold for $85. Profit was $68.09, and this sweater had many flaws. It had several hand repaired areas, and I did put that information in the condition note. Several unprofessionally repaired areas. See photos. And so this is how I point out any flaws or defects on items so there is no confusion. I also explained it in the description box. Several hand repaired areas not professionally repaired. So I did my job explaining everything and sold it for $85. So I love rescuing items that somebody donated because they weren't perfect, and it worked out for me. And the last item is this LORO PIANA linen shirt. I paid $6.61 for this. Sold it for $94, making profit $75.99. Okay, now we're going to move on to some numbers. I sold 47 items in November compared to October where I sold 35. So picking up speed on number of items sold. I now have 413 items in my store compared to October 394. So I've been busy listing things, trying to build that back up. My inventory cost in November was only $167.28. And I'm just loving the lower prices I'm finding here in Greenville. Make your money when you buy, not when you sell. So that is definitely working out in my favor. Profit per item was $21.45 compared to the previous month of $20.85 profit per item. So I'm still improving. And I've actually started a little challenge for myself tracking how many items I'm listing daily, whether they are existing listings I ended and restarted, and or items that were recently purchased and listed. My plan is to continue to do better or more than the previous month. Eventually I'll hit a wall where you can only do so much, but I'm really competing with myself here, and it's just a simple chart to keep me motivated. So you can see, like, there in October how many I listed, relisted, new items that I had recently purchased, and then the two charts to the right are tracking improvement from previous month. So in November I listed 35 more items than I did in October. And then you can see the raw numbers as well as the percentages. So numbers motivate me. And now that I have put this out and thrown myself to the wolves, I'm going to have to be accountable for this, which is why I'm doing it. So when you announce that you are going to challenge yourself and you tell people, it does make you more accountable. So I'll start including this in my sales update, just so you can see how I'm coming along on that. And I challenge you to do the same kind of tracking because you can't improve what you don't measure. So you might not even know how many items you're listing a month or how many you're ending and restarting or any of that. So it's good to have a plan and just track your numbers if you are seeking improvement or just want to do a little competition with yourself. Okay, now we're going to get into some things I found and listed. I found the mother lode of Fontanini figurines at one thrift store. These were all in a big bin, and they were marked 250 or 350, and the total of everything in that bin was $41. So when I went to check out, I asked the manager if they could give me a deal if I bought all of them. And it was so funny because the manager looked at the cashier and was like, yeah, we can let you have them for $30. I mean, they're just, little nativity things. They're nothing valuable. So that shows you how much they know. Most of these will sell for between $20 and $30, and I have about half of them listed. I got bored and switched to something else. But anyway, they cost less than $2 a piece, so I felt like that was a good return on something that was pretty easy to list and definitely easy to ship. And thank goodness for those ornament boxes because they'll be perfect for this. Okay, this is a 1986 doll. The brand is called Am Toy. Never heard of it before. I looked her up and she's worth about $50. So she cost me 50 cents and small, lightweight, easy to ship plush. This is a Carter's Just One You plush elephant, and the ears have some kind of material in them that make a crinkly sound. I guess it's to entertain the baby and or drive the parents crazy. So he cost 50 cents, and I have him priced at $24.97. This is a lovely Vineyard Vines pullover with the University of Georgia Bulldogs. It's got both Vineyard Vines and that embroidered bulldog on the front. And with the way the dogs are performing again this year, I expect to get high dollar for this. It's quite the rage right now, the UGA football team. So this was $6. I have it listed for $69.97. So we'll see what happens there. This is a Mountain Hardwear monkey jacket. Haven't found one of these in a couple of years. This was $5.75. I have it priced at $59.97, so we will see where that goes. And this is a Ming Wang statement jacket, and I can see I have made a mistake here. I need to go back and put a space between these two words and the size. So yeah, even I make mistakes, and I tell the world about them. I got this at a Salvation Army store. It was $5. I have it priced at $49.97, and I just thought that design was really cool looking, and Ming Wang is a higher end brand. And here's another one, Ming Wang twin set. So this is 2 pieces. It was $7 at that same Salvation Army store. Price is $69.97. And this looks like something Emily Gilmore on Gilmore Girls would wear. Very tailored and conservative and fashionable. Okay, this is a Spider men's ski bib. These were $13. I priced them at $124.97, so we will see where that goes. Here is a set of Florida State Seminoles Tervis tumblers. They were 50 cents each, so I just put them together in a set and priced them at $29.97. Here's a brand I've never found before, West Elm. It is a higher end home decor brand, kind of along the lines of like Pottery Barn or Crate and Barrel, those types of brands. These mugs were $3 and I have them priced at $39.97. I have been shopping on Facebook groups, and I found these sunglasses, actually two pairs, that were being offered for $35 for the two pairs. And it turns out that the Facebook seller used to work at a Brighton store, and she's like a sunglasses hoarder. So she had a bunch of sunglasses, but I didn't want to overbuy. So these I got for $17.50 and priced them at $69.97. And then this pair was more valuable. I priced these at $124.97. Again, my investment was $17.50. And I also found some Yankee candles on this Facebook buy and sell group. And the story was the person who had these candles used to be a Yankee candle collector, but then some of her family members became allergic to non-soy candles, so all she can burn now is soy candles, or people, get sick. So she just had a whole bunch of candles in the picture for sale, and I looked up every single one to find the ones that were valuable, and then made her an offer for five of them, which came out to be $12 a piece. So here's one that's fresh cut roses, $79.97. And then we have a Christmas one I priced right at $50. And then honeydew melon. This one I priced at $59.97. And then there were two of these Good Morning scent. All of these were brand new, never burned. So I felt like that was a good investment because these are only going to get older. The scents, some of them are retired, and they can sit there for a while. It's fine. But I have sold collectible Yankee candles in the past and sold some of them for over $100. So that was a good find. And then I found this detox tea on a Facebook group. I paid $20 for this bag. I have it priced at $59.97, which is the going price on both eBay and Amazon. So I have two bags of this, and they don't expire until the end of 2024. So I can wait for the right buyer. And then finally, I found some of this Neutrogena conditioner that has been discontinued. My cost on these three tubes, brand new, was $10.50, and I have them priced at $119.97. And this item is actually in the 2022 BOLO book, that it was discontinued. So all forms of this triple moisture are discontinued. Not just this particular hair mask, but everything in that line. So yeah, that's on page 45 of the BOLO book. If you didn't know that, there's your freebie. Now you know. Okay, that's my report. I hope these videos help keep you motivated to keep going with your eBay business, and maybe you learned something new. Thanks again for visiting my channel and watching. Happy selling, everybody. Bye.